Hi Scorpios, this is going to be your reading from August August 15th to the 30th. Sorry about that. As you can see, I'm wearing a new mic. We're just trying it out and seeing if it works here. Maybe I won't use it in the future, maybe I will, we'll see. That's the whole point of testing it out. Just so you know, these are general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does resonate with you, please like, subscribe, share. That would truly be helpful to me. And if it doesn't, you can always check out other tarot readers on here. Now we're going to do what we kind of did the last couple rounds and start with an angel oracle guide here. And your message is surrender. All right, let me read it for you here. Your message. Surrender is a spiritual practice and it's not an easy one. But angels are working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold with ease when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracle you deserve. Take time to realize that in order to be helped, you must surrender your need for control over the situation that is on your mind. Hand over your concerns and your entire situation to your spiritual allies. When you do, you will allow angels of light to swoop in and help everything transform. If you find yourself having difficulties letting go of the reins, it's because it's part of you that's not willing to receive help or miracles you deserve. Hand over all your concerns to God and let the miracles in. If you're feeling overwhelmed or emotional at this time, your angels, guides want you to know that it's okay to let go. When you open up and release your concerns, you open up to support and miracles. You are the vessel and you contain light. Your concerns are taking up space, but when you release them, you make room for more light. Let them go now. This is a time to experience the freedom that you deserve, and you don't have to do this alone. The angels are ready to help you, and call on the angels, invite them to help you to surrender and release anything that could be blocking your experience of miracles. To help them usher positive energy into your life, and ask yourself what you need to let go of in order to grow, and then action it. Alright, I love the surrender card. Let's get into your traditional tarot. For Scorpios, please. Okay, there's that idea of feeling like you're alone or you have to do everything yourself. Okay, let me just feel the energy I'm feeling, and then we'll continue with the tarot cards here. It feels kind of like, Scorpio, right now you're not putting like enough trust in yourself. Again, this kind of idea that surrender is coming in for you here as well. You're not like feeling like you can kind of truthfully and trust that you can kind of work through what you're working through right now. That's why I might be feeling like really emotional for you, or just feeling kind of really confusing at this time. But we do have the Two of Wands here in the reversed. And the Two of Wands in reverse usually means that we got to kind of go back to the drawing board here. We got to make a new plan of action, maybe take a different route. It means that things maybe aren't coming in at this time for you, whether that's work or other things here. I think it's more kind of work-based, just because we do have the Lovers upright right here after, which means there's some divine relationships that are actually in the positive, or you'll be meeting kind of new people at this time here as well. But it just means, yeah, we just time to kind of rethink things, to go back to the drawing board. Doesn't mean to give up on one thing. It just says, hey, it's time for a different strategy here. So it does feel like you need a kind of a different strategy. Maybe that's putting your focus on something else that you want to do here. I don't know. I really see you as this kind of master of all trades is kind of what this energy I'm getting, because I do have the kind of King of Wands energy out here. And this is kind of energy of that, of this kind of creative force. Super creative, super kind of open to doing kind of all these different things. Really is just has this passion for life and kind of passion for kind of what they do. You might be someone that is like uberly creative, someone that is super passionate about a lot of things. So now you might be being like, okay, what else can I focus my energy on than maybe this one thing that's not working out for me? Or, maybe I want to do this a little bit now. It feels like there's a lot of options here for you, and again, just kind of surrender to what energy is coming towards you at this time, because it does feel like that it's kind of going to be meant for you. We do have that Lovers, like I was saying before, and we have the Nine of Swords right after there. If it is kind of a lover that you're kind of worried about here, it doesn't really feel like it. It feels like more like this lover is helping kind of relieve some of the stress for you right now, or alleviate some of the anxiety about this kind of things not kind of working out for you. Your partner might be adding like a lot of support. If you are single, this is just saying that the right partnerships will be coming towards you, or the people that would be the most kind of divinely guided to you or aligned with you are going to be kind of around you right now. Because it is weird. We have this kind of loving, maybe friendship or partner here. This kind of lover's card. Maybe it's a coworker that is kind of helping you kind of through your anxiety. But it's just this energy again of feeling like alone in all of it. So it's weird because it's like, why are we feeling like we have to do everything ourselves? Or maybe you're just kind of feeling that in general. Maybe you feel like I'm the one that's going to have to kind of make my life for me. I'm the one that's going to have to do all this. And this kind of like partner is just here to kind of support that. Again, if you're single, it just feels like there might be a new connection in your life that is going to kind of help you with some of these concerns. Just got a message that things are working out the way that they're supposed to work out right now. And they tell me another message which is like you're not starting out from zero again. It's not like you lost every maybe progress that you've had just because you were rerouting or kind of changing something up. The line's not linear. Interesting. Okay, so they're also saying like the line's not linear, which means like it's not like boom boom. It seems like your path might be like whoop 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 whoop, kind of all over the place here, which is not really a bad thing because I feel like you're just maybe collecting different experiences and like collecting different things right now, or maybe if you're focusing your energy on one kind of job here, that's something that you've maybe put on the back burner for a little bit. Now you're kind of going back to it. It all seems like it has like a purpose, and you'll kind of see that in the end here. So just surrender to it. Surrender to what feels right now. Surrender to the energy that you are kind of feeling, because it's more giving this King of Wands energy, which this person is like this master of creativity, this master of their like passions in life. King of Swords in reverse. Our break here. We do have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, so we have the King of Swords in reverse, which is energy of, could be an air sign here, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. When it's in the reverse like this, though, it's someone who is a little bit overthinking, someone who is not really communicating properly, cutting people off, not really, like this is kind of like ghosting energy. This is someone who doesn't want to really have conversations. They overthink. They maybe can also say or communicate things, because swords are all about communication, in an improper way, or kind of in a rude way. So just watch out for this bitterness, that you're kind of not getting cold on things here, especially if you're feeling like, no one's looking out for you, because there is just some pain that comes from this bitterness that you are feeling. There's just this unhappiness almost, or this pain coming from that, from not vocalizing or not kind of talking about this pain of just letting it kind of create this like bitter taste in your mouth. It's interesting though, because this pain comes after kind of emotional contentness. Eight of Cups represents wish fulfillment as well. This is kind of like sitting pretty with your emotions, understanding that where you are at life feels like a kind of a really big wish fulfillment. So I'm trying to feel like what this wish fulfillment is between this kind of pain that's happening. So I'm just feeling what I'm feeling. We have the Four of Wands coming out right after, which is kind of leaving home, leaving relationships, leaving foundations in our life. The Three of Cups here as well in the reverse could lead to a third-party situation or a friendship group here as well. Maybe you're leaving some friendship group behind. I just want to get more on this. I'm trying to feel what this is. Or is this kind of wish fulfillment or emotional content? There's this feeling of I kind of get what this kind of message is now, but it's just this feeling of like, even when things are kind of rocky, or even when you're feeling like, you know, maybe you're unsure of the future, or kind of being like, okay, I have to kind of rework myself here. It's almost like finding that kind of balance or that kind of gratitude while being in that space, while being maybe in this space of like heartbreak, of this like things maybe falling apart, moving away, maybe leaving friend groups behind here, or changing kind of friend groups as well. All of that is kind of really hard, but it's almost like all this kind of change or chaos that's happening, or hurt. How do we kind of keep ourselves kind of above water here? How do we kind of keep ourselves in the space of gratitude, in the space of feeling like, hey, things are happening kind of for a reason here, like, you know, this might crumble, but something else might be better for me out there. Because we have the World card reversed, it seems like there's a cycle kind of repeating itself here for you, Scorpio. It's like this energy of being open. Like it is this energy of also almost like the surrender, of almost like this energy of being like, okay, I can't control everything. You know, things might break away, things might happen. But it's all what I kind of do with that information. It's all how I kind of have my outlook on this, you know, because we have the Page of Wands coming in after, which is this kind of like adventure card, having this passion for life. Because one thing doesn't work out, or one thing kind of broke your heart here, doesn't mean that the whole line of everything else isn't going to work out for you. You know, just because maybe some friends are slipping away right now, maybe they weren't for you. Maybe you're like, there's new places to discover, you know, moving away from home. Maybe there's new places to discover, new people to discover. Seeing life as that kind of adventure, as it not always being knowing the next step, but being open to what new possibilities could bring here. And that's what it kind of feels like. It kind of feels like more of the energy of being open to life in general, Scorpio. You know, life isn't perfect, life isn't easy, but being open to it, being open to being like, you know what, this day might be a shitty day, but next day would even be better. And who knows, maybe my life can change in the next 24 hours, you know. Having that kind of optimism in life. Remember how I was saying, like, keep your head above water, Scorpio? That kind of energy of, you know, when things are maybe crumbling or we're feeling kind of pain around us. There's this sense of our gut is trying to tell us something, and our intuition is trying to tell us something here. And I don't want to say now is a testing ground, but it kind of does feel like a testing ground for you in these 2 weeks. It feels like, are they able to still continue to trust that things are for them when other things are crumbling, or they have to do this kind of rerouting energy that we are feeling here, this kind of changing things up, this focusing on something else here. You know, can we contain our head kind of above water? Your gut is trying to tell you something, and your gut is your kind of direct line, right? That gut feeling, that intuition is your direct line from your higher self. So it's telling you what to do here. But sometimes we get so crowded and overthinking that we're not kind of listening to it. So if you really do feel like you're going to be successful in this, but right now you're having a lot of things that aren't working out or aren't turning in your favor for you, still believe in yourself like that, because it's coming from your higher self. It's coming from your gut feeling. You're like, I know I'm going to get there one day. So it doesn't matter if things aren't turning out for me now. I know that they will in the future. And that's just having trust. It's having one, trust in yourself, and one, trust in the universe as well. There's also sending that signal out to them to be like, hey, I know that it looks like things aren't working out for me right now, but I'm trusting that you have a higher plan for me and I have for myself because I can feel it. So I'm trusting you with that. I trust that things will work out for me. Even if this one situation didn't, even if I have to reroute a little bit, I can trust that I am this King of Wands and I can do that. It doesn't matter male or female. It's just saying, like, you know what, I am this kind of creative force. I do believe in myself fully. You know, I know what I can do. I know the talents that I do have. And when you have this kind of mentality, I think this Chariot card is just going to drive you. You're going to see that things, it's like full speed ahead after this. Because it doesn't matter if you're in the state of, you know, when things don't work out, you're not going to be so stuck with that anymore. You're going to find this kind of emotional contentment, even in things when they kind of feel like they're falling apart. And it's such like a strange thing to have. And it's not saying like toxic positivity, because I know that's such a thing where it's like, well, staying positive when situations are getting like kind of bad. But it is just kind of having this outlook on it and being like, just because this is my experience today, I'm going to allow myself to kind of feel this. I'm going to allow myself to be upset with this for a day, but tomorrow's a new day and I'm going to look at it like that. Instead of being like stuck in the past, kind of thinking about all these things of why they worked out for me, and that wasn't the path that I thought it was. This is kind of like the more proactive going to be approach for you. It's going to be the more proactive. You're going to see things going to speed up after this, because it's like going to be like, okay, that didn't work out, on to the next, you know, and you're just going to be like, okay, on to the next here. Death card in reverse. Not letting something die. What is this? That's you, Scorpio. It's a death card reversed. Interesting. We have the Death card reversed. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And we have the Hierophant in reversed. Death card in reverse means repeating an old cycle, not letting something die. Not letting something die so that we can be reborn or regrow here. Death card here as well. So it seems like there's some kind of unfinished cycle, something that is we're repeating ourselves here. Four of Swords reverse is kind of talking about action forward, or kind of healing, or coming back from a time where we were kind of dormant or resting into a time of kind of more action. Sometimes this represent kind of healing from something, from sickness. Maybe some of you had like near-death experiences. I don't know why that just came up into my brain, or something in the family like that, but I almost get this kind of sense with this kind of unhappy family card, and the Hierophant is like, you're not like your family. You're kind of a natural rebellious person. It's like what they kind of maybe wanted for you, or kind of what their eyes that you should be. You're kind of not naturally not that. You're a little bit more rebellious than their kind of traditions here, it feels. And there is this kind of cycle of being kind of stuck in kind of what they want here. Instead of healing the side of being like, you know, I just got rain in my left ear, but, you know, I am the person that I am. This is my journey. This is what I like to do. This is what I'm good at. And I know that about myself. Even though you don't think so, or even that doesn't, maybe my path that I chose doesn't really make you happy, you're kind of like, this is my life, right? This is the energy in the bottom here. Because the Hierophant in reverse is talking about this idea of rebellion, this idea of going against the natural order of things. So, again, if things aren't going your way, don't give up. Don't feel like a disappointment or a failure here. It's all about how you kind of have the lookout on it, you know. Because this idea of like wanting to almost like appease the family at the bottom here, or appease other people in your life, it's keeping you stuck. With a Knight of Swords, it's keeping you in this energy of kind of not moving forward, because you're kind of so stuck in that of how your family is going to think of things, or how they're going to take you, maybe switching up your career here, or whatever it is for you. So you might feel like you're at a crossroads. Feel like, okay, I don't know kind of what to do next. So I'm just pulling some more cards, yeah. This energy of feeling like, hey, I might not know what to do next. I'm feeling at this crossroads right now. Maybe should I listen to other people? What should I do? And I think the easiest question of this is just do what makes you happy. Do what you're passionate about. Do what makes you feel alive. Do what makes you feel content in life. Do what makes you feel good, creative, feeling like you're using your talents, using your energies towards the right thing. And that's this kind of Tower moment in reverse here. We're understanding now and really seeing ourselves truly for who we are and who our passions are. And maybe some of you are even seeing like, oh yeah, this is what I'm kind of supposed to be doing with my life. This is what I kind of want to do here. This is where I feel the best. This is where I feel the most like ignited. Because we have a lot of fire energy here, right? Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. This is where I feel lit up. This is where I feel excited. This is where I want to be. Okay? Just going to pull some oracle cards for you. The oracle cards have been on point today. I'm just going to say that for you, Scorpio. I can't wait to read you this card because I'm like, yes, this is kind of what I'm talking about. And this is like energy that I'm feeling of. You can be whatever you want to be, okay? This isn't the card that I was most excited for. I'll say that till the end. This is from the Energy Oracle deck, and this is Attachments Reversed. And this is kind of what we're kind of talking about in the bottom row here, the cycle that we keep repeating ourselves. This card reversed is a wonderful indicator that old negative patterns, relationships, and desperate attitude is being released. As you continue to let go, you'll be able to establish new ways of doing things and relating to others. The universe wants to congratulate you on your healthy new approach, but be sure to support the changes you are making and ongoing choices. Some patterns can be deeply encoded, and you may need to be releasing old habits, all while honoring the new decisions in your thoughts, actions, and interactions with others. You've broken the chains, and now you can walk away from the limiting attachments into the bright, unlimited future. I release the attachment and choose peace. I am strong, free, and able to choose what honors me. And this is what we're talking about, what lights you up, right? What makes you feel at peace, what makes you feel at home, which gives you this kind of calm in the chaos. You're releasing all that stuff that's not for you. And so this is the card that I was most excited about, Scorpio, was All Paths Lead Home. It's exactly what I was talking about, where it's like you choose your life. Inner authority, intuition, turn the gaze within. High Priestess. It's normal to look at the external world for answers and guidance. What revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You're being called to source your guidance from within and to study a terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul, and the more time you spend connecting to your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge of empaths is for staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is develop a daily practice that helps you keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within, and to let the authority be your life. If the card appears, you're being called to develop or switch your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within and getting centered for the day, before consuming anything from the outside world. To start your day with at-homeness, and throughout each day, find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the reality of today's world. We need so many as conscious people as possible, living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start your day from a place of connectedness, grace, devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you don't do it from an unshaking state of being. A state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. Alright, Scorpio, that was your end of the month reading. I hope it helped.